Up to you. And okay, so we're gonna start with just a few like big full body warm-ups to start on one end of your mat, and you're gonna step all the way out, bend your knees and touch down. Good, and then you have options. You're gonna step in or bring your toe up to your knee. Going down, toe up to your knee. Good, step out and pull it on up. Very nice. You have down and up. So feel you're like crossing your body, lifting it up. Cross and tap your toe. Cross, pull your core on in. A few like this. Good. Send the hips back, keep your knee over your toes. Good, that's 2. Here's the last one. Go back out into your low lunge. You're gonna pivot your hips, pivot your back foot so your heel lifts up. Find a nice long diagonal on your body. Bring your hands together, roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the heel of your hands together, reach your heel back behind you. You're gonna bend that back knee and kick it straight, keeping the weight over the front leg. Just really warming up the body with big, big movement to start. For 3, here's 2. Good, stepping up, stay low, tap your foot, send it back. Tap your foot, send it back. Pulling the spine nice and long, wrapping your core in. Good for 4. Here's 3. Here's 2, don't fall over like me. And here's 1, good. Stand it on up, stay on this side of your mat. Rinse and repeat, other side, down and tap, or down, sorry, wrong arm, and up. Opposite arm when you go down, same arm when you stand up. Good, good, good. Find your breathing through all of this. Good. Are you letting your core relax at any point? Where is that hard spot to keep it engaged? Here's 2. Here's 1. Back into your lunge. Flip the heel up. Pivot your whole body, head and shoulders and hips are twisting. Roll the shoulders back. Palms of the hands come together, squeeze them together. Lift your belly in and you bend the back knee and straighten. You can always grab a chair or a counter here if you need a little balance support. Down, squeeze the butt, straighten your leg. And press out through your heel, shoulders going back. Here's 2. Here's 1. Bring it forward, still bending over that front leg. Tap it back and in. Roll your shoulders back. All the weight stays forward. It's so much fun. Here's 5 and 4. Sink a little lower. 3 and 2 and 1. Good, and relax. Very nice. I'm trying to get my angles right. Bear with me. Open your legs up nice and wide. Your feet are out, the toes are turned out to like a 45-degree angle. Good. And then bend your knees, get nice and low. And stand, right back up. And down. Pushing the floor away, lifting your ribs off of your waist. For 3 and 2. Good. 1, you're gonna stay down, arms out to the sides. Little pulses here, down an inch, up an inch. Good, pressing both of the legs open and back like candy cane stripes. Pull the ribs back. I never wanna do that. For 5, 4, 3, 2, come up, lift one heel. Up, lift the other. Good, exhale where you need it. Good, keep the ribs back, knitting them together. For 4, 3, cannot count, and 2. Here's your last one, stay down, back to your little pulses, 2 heels down. Good, lift your elbows, palms facing me for 5, 4, 3, 2, come in and out and in and out. It's gonna feel definitely a little weird. Get low when your legs are open. Press your thighs open. Just kind of like how long can we keep our body constantly moving? That's what I really want to know. Good, your legs are turned out here, your legs are open. We're gonna go parallel in a minute. Good, bring your legs together, straighten your legs. Inner thighs are squeezing. Can you feel something like radiating off of your legs? I can. Let's bring your hands to your hips without popping your chest forward. Shoulders roll back, but the ribs close. Why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, I don't know. You're gonna bend a little and stretch and down and stretch. Trying to relax the front of your ankles, if that makes any sense. Try to relax them so you can go lower. For 4, and 3, and 2, and last one, stay low. Lift your heels and lower. You can always grab a chair here if you would like. Good. For 3, and 2, stay lifted, straighten your legs. Bend your knees, keep the heels up, and straighten, and bend. Keep those heels up, and straighten, and bend. Pull the belly in, and inhale, exhale. Keep wrapping the thighs open. If you want a little bit of stability, but not too much, you can put your ball underneath your heels. One more. Good, stay down here. And again, little pulses. How can you, if you take your hands away from your body, it's gonna be a little bit harder to balance. For 5, told you. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up, straight legs. Lower your heels, come on down. Good. Paralleling, that's not a word, but paralleling your legs. So all 10 toes are facing forward. My wall is so close to me right here. You're just gonna squat down, send your hips back and down and straighten, and back and down and straighten. Checking that all 10 toes go forward without causing any knee pain. If it causes knee pain, maybe you open your toes up a little bit. Try to reach your arms forward and send your hips down and squeeze back up. Try to go low, keep the chest lifted and stand. Good, 3 more like this. Here's 2. Here's 1, stay down here. Little pulses, reach your fingers out, pull the ribs in. Maybe you have a light weight on your toes, maybe no weight on your toes. For 4, 3, 2, bring your hands together, roll the shoulders back again. Lift your heels, lower your heels, lift your heels, lower your heels. Good. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. And stand on up. Shake all of that out. We'll come back to a little more bar work at some point. But for now, grab your TheraBand, or grab your resistance loop, I should say. I want you to go around your wrists. And if you have a really tight one, go for a looser one, or maybe grab your resistance band if you need a wider situation. You're going to come down onto your hands and your knees. It's all about the angles, great. So come down onto your hands, your knees. Fabulous. Good, so from here, tucking your toes, lift your knees 2 inches off the floor, pressing out into the band, Pressing your hands down into the floor. Good, just holding here for 5. Pull the abs in, 4, 3, 2. Step your right leg back, step your left leg back, right leg in, left leg in, right leg out, left leg out, right leg in, left leg in. 2 more rounds, just like this. Roll the shoulders back, last round, just like this. Reverse, left, right, left in, right in, left, right, left in, right in. Good. Last round, 2 rounds left. My apologies. Good. Last one here. And in, rest down. Come off your arms for just a moment. Good. That's it. That's your rest. Come on back. Tuck those toes and find your knees off the floor one more time. You're going to spin your knees open so your heels connect. Come back to parallel. Spin the heels together, back to parallel. Knees open, heels connect, back to parallel. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, knees down and shift yourself back into a child's pose. Take your hands away from the band. Take the band off your arms. Let your back just relax. Maybe it's been tight all day. Pressing forward into your hands and knees. Very nice. I'm gonna take my left hand first, up to the ceiling. Bend your right elbow close to you as you thread under. Inhale, open. So you get a little tricep work as you twist your spine. Ribs twist. Tailbone stays back. Without shifting your weight back, I'm definitely doing that a little bit by accident. Good, one more. Left open up to the sky and twist. Good, put that hand down and switch. Right arm reaches up and exhale, twists under, left elbow bending towards your thigh. Inhale as you open, exhale as you twist. Good, inhale, exhale, keep the weight forward. Inhale up tall, exhale, bend. 2 more. Last one. Good, and bring your hands back down. Very nice. You're gonna take your band, if it's feel it out, right? You can do this with the weight, you can do this with the band, up to you. I already have my band out, so I'm gonna just keep it with a band. But you're going to grab it and you're gonna pull up. You're gonna pull up. Good. So it's across one hand, and you take that hand and then you pull your elbow up and loosen it down and pull up and loosen it down. If you want to do this with a weight, up to you, you pull and tap and lift and tap. It's going for oblique work, it's going for lat work, it's going for your arm work. So whatever works best for you here. The way to make this a little bit harder is to tuck your toes and lift your knees. But even for myself, when I do that, I kind of lose my form. So this is a good way to practice before we make it a little bit too complicated and too many things working. Last one. Good, and then switch, weight or band, whatever you're choosing to use today. Here we go. And down, exhale, and down. Good, so after all of that twisting we just did, make sure the ribs stay squared off to the floor. Your shoulders stay squared off to the floor, and the shoulders pull down and away from your ears. Check that your weight hasn't shifted back into your legs. Keep it forward. Head pulls forward. Good, last one. And shift back just for a second, So I mentioned that your knees can come up. Let's give it a try. If you're like, whoa, my balance is really off, or whoa, I cannot keep my torso form, bring those knees back down. We're just checking and seeing where we are today. So knees are right over under your hips, tuck your toes, hover everything up, and then go from here pull, and release. Just for 4 total. And reset, other side, just seeing where we are, the beginning of something new. Lift the knees, pull the abs in, press your hand down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ugh. And rest everything down. Good, good, good. Very nice. Standing back up for just a little bit more movement because I like it and I think we should all do more of it. Good. So similar to where you were before, have one foot in front, have one foot in back. Make sure that your feet are not behind each other. There's some space like railroad tracks. Good. Pitch the spine forward, bend both knees. Hands can come in front if you'd like. And you're going to kick your head forward. I'm trying not to hit the wall. And down. So you're going to go forward and down. Forward. Pull the energy forward and down, especially as you come down. Lift the abdominals. Float the weight forward under your foot over the toes and float down without crashing. You can always grab a chair here. If you're like, I need to hold on to something, that's fine. Grab a chair. 2 more. Last one. Good. Keep your leg here. Roll your shoulders back. Keep your hands by your sides. Bend your knee and stretch the standing leg. Bend and stretch. Keep reaching the fingers towards your foot and back. Lift the abs. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Back into your lunge and stand. Good. Other side. I'm gonna go this way. You don't have to. Here we go. Bend and reach your weight forward. Kick energy back through your heel. Inhale, exhale. And exhale. Is one side way better at balancing than the other? That's good to notice and just remember about your own body. Dropping the outside of the hip, pulling the belly in, rolling your shoulders back, holding this one. Good. You bend and you straighten that standing leg. If you feel it in your back, you can bend your knee closer to your body. The farther away it is, the way more effort it's going to feel. Good. Here's 4 and 3, whoo, and 2 and 1, and back into your lunge and relax. Very, very nice. Grab a weight, maybe 2. I'm gonna stick with 1 so I have really good form. Very nice. Nice big parallel setup here. So all 10 toes facing forward. Your weight is gonna stack up like this. And we're gonna bend into your hip. We did this on Saturday, if you happened to be there. You're gonna reach your arms forward, really back down in my lunge here. And you're gonna come through center and forward. And through center and forward. Good. Shoulders roll back, belly pulls in. Staying low. If you need to take a break, come up and back down. And up and back down. But I don't think we need to. Good. Couple more here. Last one. Good. And relax. Putting your weight down for just a moment. Make sure all 10 toes are forward. Make sure your hips stay forward. Take your arms out to the sides and just do a little twist and twist. Keep the hips where they are. Let your spine twist. Let your eyes go all the way one way and then all the way the other. Good. And then again, staying low, but this time turn the toes out to the sides. Good. Reach up and over to one side. Touch the wall if you can. And up. Up and over. Opening the space between the ribs here. Then leaning over. And up. Lifting, then reaching. Good. Last one each way. Send the ribs back a little bit. Very nice. Grab weights, 2 weights if you want them. Find them, hold them, fabulous, awesome. You're gonna come down through the middle. And if you can always, so one version and the other version, right? You're gonna come down, try not to stand, stay low, punch one arm forward, come center, twist the heel, punch and center. If you need to come up to reset, that's fine too. Do what works for you. If you can stay low, fantastic. If your floor does not like that, come up in between. Good, very nice. And my makeup starts to smear. You know, we're getting sweaty when my makeup starts to run. Good, a couple more each side. Center, up, shake it out. Good, because we're here, we're gonna extend. So the way I learned this, right, in the best way, is like you're close to the wall. Imagine pulling your knees forward and sticking your butt out as if it's gonna hit the wall. So your knees are pulling forward, your hips are sending back. You don't have to be up against the wall, it's just a visual. And you're sending your hips over, your torso over, so that you're making a nice triangle with your arms, your legs, and your torso. And then from here, you stand up. Send the knees forward as the hips go back, as your torso goes forward, and squeeze and stand. Keep the weights close to you. Squeeze and stand. Trying to go after really good form more than anything. You could also do this with a resistance band around your feet, and you're holding it in your hands. Good, abs stay in here so we don't hurt the back. Pull the knees forward as the hips go back, and the chest goes down. Squeeze the back of the legs as you come up. Good, this position is gonna be important. We're gonna find it again in a moment for something else. So don't lose it. One more. Good, holding that position. I'm just gonna step 1 foot away from the wall. Knees forward, hips go back. Torso goes over, palms stay in. Pull up and down, similar to what we were doing with the resistance band. And down, good. Very nice. Pull the abs in here, squeeze at the top, slowly let it go. Tracing the sides of your legs and down. Again, you can do this with a band as well. You might want to do it like a long band rather than a short one. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, close the ribs, stick your butt out, pull the knees forward. 3 and 2. Last one. And stand on up. Good, very nice. Go ahead and put your weights down for me. Come back to your loop band and make your way down to the mat one more time. Yeah, grab water, whatever you need. Excellent. Your loop band is gonna go around your legs. My back definitely gets tight when I do the deadlift position. So with that in mind, we're gonna do bridges to really loosen up your spine. So keep that as your main priority, along with working the back of your legs and your butt. So your feet are wide enough where there's a little bit of tension in your band, hands are by your sides. Go ahead and tuck your pelvis, drop the lower back into the floor, and lift up through your spine, and then exhale, roll down. Make the first few of these really gooey. Abs lift in and up, like your suspenders are pulling your pants up. And exhale, roll back down. Good, 3 more. Just loosening up the spine, especially as you roll down. Let the ribs come down without the pelvis lowering. And then the lower back, then the tailbone comes down. Press into your feet, knees over toes. Exhale, roll. Good, 1 more. Very nice. Good. You're gonna go down an inch with your hips, up an inch. Little drive, down and up, down and up. You can always grab your weights. Mine are like out of reach, but you can grab your weights, put them on your hips, just for a little extra resistance. Press into your feet like you're gonna stand up. Here's 4, 3, roll your shoulders back, 2, keep your hips up, press out an inch in your band, let it go an inch, out an inch, let it go an inch, out an inch, let it go. You have 5 and 4. Keep the pelvis tucked under 3 and 2 and 1. Find that outside edge, little pulse out, 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 out. Make sure both legs are working evenly. Exhale through the core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Melt your spine all the way down. Let the knees knock in. Do what you gotta do for a second. Good. Bring the heels together. Open the knees and toes. Knees are equal to the toes, not more, not less. Hands by your sides. This time we're gonna just crease up. However, take your hands behind your head. Also, I lied about the crease. We're not doing that. We're gonna roll. Relax your head into your arms. Exhale, use your arms. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Drop that tailbone. You're gonna tuck your pelvis intentionally. Roll yourself up. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders up. Roll back down. Exhale, scoop. Lifting up through your pelvic floor for all of this. Roll the ribs, the waist, the lower back, and tailbone down. Good. 4 more. Down. Here's 3. And down. Here's 2. Make the most of it. Here's 1. It's gonna stay up. Good. Let your head come down. Arms can stay up in the ceiling or hands by your sides. Open the collarbones no matter what. Good. And hips go up an inch and down an inch without extending into your lower back. For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Pull. Imagine you could slide your feet to your butt and you could send your knees over your toes more. Find how that fires up the hamstrings extra and roll your spine down without letting that feeling go. Good. Excellent. Shake it on out. Walk your feet back to parallel. Fantastic. Hands are down by your sides once more. And exhale, roll it up. Good. You're gonna put weight into your big toes and your heels and your pinky toes, but really make sure you keep some pressure in that big toe. And then lift the right leg up to tabletop. Extend it up to the sky. Check that your hips haven't, like one hasn't dropped or lifted more than the other. You're gonna lower your leg down and exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Good. 2. Last 1. Put your foot down, bring your hips down. It's definitely hard for me to keep my pelvic tucked there. So I keep my hips, well, honestly, they come down on their own, but it's really hard for me to keep them up. That's my challenge. Maybe it's yours too. Tuck and roll on up. But hip staying level is like most important for all of us. Lifting up the left leg. Good. And you lower and you lift. You can point your toes or flex your toes here. I am trying not to hit the wall. If you're like, what is she doing with her feet? That's my honest answer. Pressing into your right toes and your right heel. 2 more. 1 more. Bend your knee, put your foot down, and melt your rib cage back down. Fantastic, everybody. Roll the band away and off to the side for just a moment. Good. Pull the right knee in, send the left leg out. and take it across the body just for a moment. Let your spine twist. And bring it back. And switch. Pull that knee in. And cross your leg over. And bring it center. Good. We're gonna go for the 100. So drop that tailbone as you lift your head, as you lift your legs up to tabletop, fingers to the sky. I want you to imagine there's an egg underneath your chin. You're gonna tuck, don't crush it, but don't let it roll away. As you tuck your chin to your chest, roll yourself up, pump your arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, extend your legs if you want. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, Pilates do with your legs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower a little bit. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, squeeze your legs together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, squeeze even more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, drop your ribs more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, belly in extra. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knees in, rest your head down. Good. Walk your legs out. You're gonna have your feet together or feet apart, knees open or closed. Just be clear of what you're choosing. For me, I'm trying to keep my feet down, but work to keep my legs together. We'll see how it goes. Arms up to the ceiling. Reach your fingers back and exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Roll yourself on up. Good. Find your vertical. Straight legs if you can, and then exhale, lift the hips off the floor in your mind as you roll forward. Inner thighs are trying to squeeze together as you tuck your pelvis and roll back down. And reach your arms back. Good, exhale, chin to chest. Good, up tall and cascade over, dropping the shoulders. Roll your spine back down. Good, let's do 2 more. Check that you're not pulling from your back or from your hips. That's really the goal here, is to not pull from all the spots that want to work hard. Make all the ones that want to work nothing at all a lot harder. Up and over. Good. Stay vertical here. I'm gonna give you a couple of options for our ab series because we're running out of time and I wanna make sure I fit it in. So your ab series can include hands behind your head or like lying on your back, basically, and the band around your feet, or, and I'm like not over explaining this because all of you guys know this, or do the ab series on your elbows. Up to you, they offer different things, but I want to give you options today because I feel like being more interesting than normal. So pressing your hands down, or you're on your back and the band's around your legs, around your feet. You have one leg in and one leg out, and switch. You're focusing on your neutral spine wherever you are. If you're on your elbows and that neutral is hard to keep, you are going to come down onto your back. Trying to inhale for 2 and exhale for 2. You have 2 more each way. Knees in together and inhale out and exhale in and inhale out and exhale in. If the band's around your feet, you're keeping some tension in that band the whole time. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Last 1. Good, and relax just for a second. Whatever needs to not work for a minute. Legs up high. If you have a band, get rid of it. Maybe you join us here. Maybe you come down to here. Up to you and your body today. One leg high, one leg low in rotation, and switch and switch. If you're not holding onto your legs, think about lengthening them apart a little inch, like boom, boom, and switch, and lengthen, lengthen, and switch, lengthen, lengthen, and switch. Good, last one each way. And rest if your hips need a second, mine kind of do. Good, and lift your legs up wherever you are, hands behind your head or propped up on your elbows, rolling the shoulders back. You tap one heel down and up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, big exhale. Last one each way. Maybe you take your legs up to the sky. You can lower one leg down or two, just a little, right? If you're here, tailbone is rooted. Drop the ribs into the floor if you're here. If you're behind on your elbows, press the floor away. A little extra, one more. Relax. Everyone's coming down onto your back. Good, everyone's grabbing that resistance band and putting it around your ankles. I'm sorry, around your feet, not your ankles. My apologies. And you find your rotation and center and twist and center. What are you focusing on here? Are you focusing on pulling your knee and foot apart? Are you focusing on rotating without dropping? Are you focusing on the, many parts of your core all working? Pelvic floor, lower abdominals, rib cage. Last one each way. And relax down. Lovely. Very nice, everybody. Very, very nice. Good. From here, I want you to roll onto your side or roll up to sitting, however you want to come. Open up your feet. I'm going to do a little bit of saw to continue to stretch our spines after a long day. If you're vertically sitting is hard, grab a book, sit under it, bend your knees a little bit, knees and toes point up to the sky. All options are good. You're going to rotate one to one side. Back hand turns down, thumb down. Exhale up and over, pull the opposite hip back. Inhale, center, and twist. Exhale up and over, ribs pulling back. Inhale, tall. Good, and I really want to pop my ribs forward when I come back to vertical, but really it's back here and it feels so weird. Twist, palm down, up and over, looking to that backhand as the opposite hip pulls back a little. Inhale, tall, ribs in, back of the head, back of the spine, really long, like you're leaning into a wall, but you're growing taller as you do so. Good. Last one. Good, very nice. Bring your legs together, flip over onto your belly for a little bit of swan work. We're going to potentially do swan dive tonight. So if you are up for that, great. If you're like, that's not good for my body, don't do it. Press the tops of your feet into the floor, pull your belly in, forehead on the floor. Elbows are squeezing to your sides and pulling back. And then inhale, float the top of your head up off the floor. Take your gaze a little bit forward. Keep your belly in. If you feel your lower back release and like push into the floor, you're going too high for you today. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale brings you up, shoulders roll back. And exhale, rolling down. The same like suitcase row thing that we've practiced a couple of times tonight, really wrapping the shoulder blades together. Same thing here. Good, inhale, lift, float your hands off the floor. Belly button pulls in. Place the hands down, hug the elbows to your sides, push up as high as it feels good for your body, that is relative to you. And bend your elbows, come down, and take your hands off the floor, lift your feet off the floor. That is the two positions for swan dive. Inhale, feet go down, hands down, lift your chest. Exhale, as you lower, your feet come up and your hands come off. Ideally, you can stay at this speed, keeping your belly super lifted and focused, or you can take it into a little more of a rock. And your hands come a little bit farther towards your like bra line than your shoulders. Good. How high up can your legs go? Keeping your belly in. Last one. Lower everything down. Take your hands one on top of the other and rock your hips side to side to loosen up your lower back a little bit. Very nice. From here, I want you to roll onto one side and do a little bit of side leg work. Not a ton, but a little bit. Good. I'm propped up so I can see my screen. You are always welcome to lie all the way down with a straight arm or tuck under, whatever works for you. Grab a pillow, don't get too comfy. Your spine is aligned, so your head, shoulders, hips are all in one line, and your feet are a little bit in front of you. And my shirt can't tell, but like you want to stay lifted and not chilling like a villain. Start to lift and lower. This top shoulder is rolling back after all of that swan divingness. You don't want it to roll forward. For 4 and 3 and 2. Good, and 1, and then you're rotated open back to parallel. Rotated open to parallel. Pull the belly in, grow longer through your spine. You have 3 and 2. Keep it there. Point your toes. Lift, flex, and lower. Point and lift, flex, and lower. Point and lift, flex, and lower. For 3 and 2. Make sure your hip isn't falling back. There's a wall behind you. Don't lean back into it. Good. Reverse. Flex up. Point down. Flex up. Point down. Pull the belly in. Last 2. Last 1. Good. You're gonna draw your leg up. Flex it down. Draw your leg up. The higher your knee goes, make sure you don't drop down. The knee comes up into that chest that's trying to come to it. Straighten and lower. Pulling the ribs to the leg. Good. 2. Last 1. You guessed it. Reverse. Up high. Bend the knee and lower down. 4. 3. Make sure you're not like rounding forward. You're kind of keeping that spine nice and straight. 2. Ooh, last 1. Good, and relax. That's all we're doing on this side. Before you switch though, we're gonna go into little teasers. It's been a minute since we've done these, guys. So this arm is ideally straight, but maybe, space allowing. Good. Legs are parallel here. You're gonna roll back to make sure you have some space behind you. And then exhale, sweep yourself up, maybe to straight legs, maybe to bent legs. Right, options. And then lengthen the toes and the nose away from each other as you roll down. Good, exhale, 3 on each side. So 3 here. And lengthen back out. Wow, the wall is really telling me that I'm trying to like do something awkward and not necessarily even. That's good to know. Good, and roll back down. And then switch it, roll yourself to the other side. So normally you would line yourself up with the back of your mat. Make sure you have some space to do that teaser, but make sure that your hip, your shoulders, and your head are all aligned. Your legs are slightly in front of you. Good. Lengthen that space right here as you lift and you lower. The top of your leg drops into the socket and your belly button pulls in a little more. Good. You have 3 and 2. Good. Last one. And you're going to turn your leg out and keep it parallel. Turn it out and keep it parallel. From inside the hip socket, my hip stays still, but my leg is twisting, like you're twisting a light bulb. Screw it in, unscrew it. Screw it in, unscrew it. For 3 and 2 and 1. Good. You're gonna point up. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting for me. Point up and flex down. Tighter side for Hana. Good. Keeping my hips aligned, not letting them relax. Good. Even here, your leg is candy cane spiraling. Last one. Reverse. Flex it up, point and lower. Flex, point and lower. Ooh, my hip really wants to roll back, so it means gotta go smaller. Last one. Ooh. And here we go. Bend up high, flex it down. If your neck starts to feel funky, look down towards the floor if you're up on your elbow. Last one. Reverse up, bend, and down. Oh, brutal, brutal, brutal. For 3 and 2. Last one. Oh, and relax. Good, lying all the way down. Make sure you have space behind you for your teaser. Inner thighs are squeezing together so much. Exhale, rolling back, pull the belly in to straight legs or bent legs, up to you. Hands can also come behind your head. I'm sorry, behind your legs. Oh, if you need to. Exhale with breath. Big exhale takes you up. Whoa, sorry y'all. Weaker side. And then dive. And exhale last time. Brings you up. Belly button in. Hold it. And open. Lie on your back. Find yourself in the middle of your mat. Take your feet wide and just knock your knees together for a second. Do nothing else. Let your arms relax out to the sides. Maybe goalpost feels nice. Just taking a couple of deep breaths. Let your ribcage fall into the floor and maybe get a little longer. Walk your feet in. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Find a little figure 4. You can keep your foot on the floor and just press it away if you want. You can bring it into your chest. Find the option that works well for you. Keep the right foot flexed so that it's safe for your knee. And you can let your leg gently rock side to side. It's not super big, it's not super crazy. Your torso stays down. It's just sort of rocking side to side on your pelvis. Good. Maybe your resistance band is nearby. You take the back of it, the loop around your leg, the right foot that was on top. You just give it a little stretch for a second. Drop the heel up high, drop the hip into the floor. And you pull your leg across the body. You could also just hold your hands here. That also works. Drop the hip down, the heel out. And center. Take your leg over to the outside, to the right side. Drop the hip. Last one, last breath. Bring it back up. And switch sides. Pull the left leg in, right leg comes in. Find your figure four. Open the collarbones, keep them wide. Thinking about the front of your shoulders and the back of your shoulders being parallel. So one's not more arched than the other. Letting your legs rock if you haven't already. Good, grabbing your band around your foot. Straighten the right leg on the floor. Toes reaching to you. Taking your leg across, drop the hip, take the heel across. Good, come center, open up to the other side. Do what feels best for you. Keep the opposite side down, keep that right side heavy. Good, bring yourself center. And arms up to the ceiling, feet on the floor. Exhale, chin to chest. Rolling yourself on up. Beautiful, nice roll-ups. Flip over onto hands and knees. Find a little down dog. Pressing those heels towards the floor, pressing the hands, especially the pointer finger and thumb down. Walk your hands and feet together. Soften your knees. Roll yourself up nice and slowly. We're gonna do one more stretch here before you're done. Grab the one foot, pull it back behind you, pull your belly in. If you let your hips sort of like arch here and your abs go, you're not really doing anything helpful. So lift up through your belly, press your hips forward, pull the foot back to get into your front of your thigh. Shake that out, other side. Grab your foot. Once you've like got a grip on it, pull your belly in and send your hips forward. And let it go. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.